Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little journal with me and I'm going to be working in my new journal that I just started. It is If Walls Could Talk Volume 2 and this one is The Old Farmhouse. So I have already put everything together and I'm starting to put ephemera on the inside. And so we're going to do kind of a large layout today on one of the, a few of the pages actually. But this is a vintage book cover. I didn't really have to do anything to it. The, inside the block was coming loose, and so I just finished cutting it loose, and it was already this pretty blue, and so I didn't have to do anything to that. And I just put fabric around the spine to cover the title on the book, and I used this image of old farmhouse and put some corrugated cardboard underneath, and I put an advertisement. This is a vintage advertisement for paints and window glass and stuff like that, and then just kind of embellished it with some other lacy bits. And this floral is from 49 and Market. And then on the inside, this is a kind of floating spine, and so it's held in, you know, by the fabric on the front and the back. So that was glued after I sewed in the signatures. There's 2 signatures in this one, and I think that's going to be plenty once I, you know, do all my bulky layered things that I normally do. As far as pages in the journal, it's got some digitals, like this one is from Amy at Crafty Cat. It's for peeling, painting roses. It's got some original, this was like a do-it-yourself manual that you can order plans for building tractors and things like that. I've used my grungy wallpaper, not my grungy wallpaper digital, but a grungy wallpaper digital that I had purchased in the past. It's got some almanac pages in here from 1906. It's got coffee-dyed paper, and it's got some music paper and some more coffee-dyed children's writing paper and some square graph paper. It's got some advertisements from my Montgomery Ward catalog, which is a reproduction, but I kind of picked things that would get, you know, would work on the farm. These are harnesses, and I have another piece in the back that has to do with fabrics. This is one of the spreads that I did. It's an advertisement for a public sale of cattle, and I'm stuck one of my little I can't think of the word. My mind just went blank. You know, where you just kind of, oh, I'll think of it eventually. But anyway, I made that a tuck so I could stick these tickets in there. And then this is the center of the first journal, and it shows this wonderful picture of this abandoned farmhouse. And then these are all the back sides of the pages we just talked about. And I did this spread, which is kind of, it has a copy of the old marriage certificate that I have. I did think that the bookmark we made the other day looked really cute in here, so I put it in between the two signatures. I made a pocket to put the marriage certificate in out of my glassine lace thing. I had made this previously. It is a lunch bag that has a pocket here, and it closes just with a Velcro closure, and I put it on that little half page, and then I just put this little Tim Holtz piece back here on the paper clip. So that's kind of similar to what we're going to do today. The second journal, or second signature, is kind of this along the same lines as far as the advertisements and things like that. There's the other one, the advertisement and the fabric. So I want to go to the little short pages that are toward the center and do my layout for today. So after all that jabbering, let's get started and see if we can get this laid out. So I'm going to put a clip on here just so I can hold these together or hold them down out of my way. It just makes it a little easier for me to work. Alright, so my story for this is that this farm, in addition to having cows and chickens and all those other things that you have on the farm, they are also avid, they're avid, I don't know what the word is, when you tend to bees. I'm sure somebody can comment and tell me what that is called. But they have a long history of raising bees and collecting the honey and selling it as well. So I'm going to kind of base this spread on bees. In the center of this signature, you'll see this old abandoned barn, which I think is really cool. So what I am wanting to do is decorate the back of these pages, which are just plain old copy paper. And so I'm going to use in these bee digitals, all these bee digitals that I'm using are from my porch prints. Okay, so my idea is that I want to put this piece here, which is like a newspaper, and then I want to put this little jar of honey here as a tuck, so that this little journaling card will go in here, so you can journal on that card. Okay, and then I have this that I'm going to make a flip out, so it will flip out like this. I need to cover the back of that. And then this will be glued on the back piece, the newspaper piece will be glued on like a pocket, and I'm going to make this tag to go in that pocket like that. And then this little bee journal, because you know they have to keep up with what's going on in the bee world, is going to go on this side like that. And then this is an envelope. I'm going to clip it where do I want to clip it? Do I want to clip it here? No, I think I'm going to, yeah, I want to clip it here because I want it to show. And I'm just going to clip that on there. And then over on this page, are you confused yet? This is a picture of their beehives. And this little girl is making bread so that she can put honey on it to eat. Okay? And then I've got a couple of bee stamps that I may stamp, you know, somewhere on here. So that's my plan, but we need to back some of it. We need to grunge it up, and we need to make it look like, you know, it's been in this little abandoned house for a long time, and it all looks way too new. So that's what we're going to do, is start grunging some of this up and putting it down. So let's construct this part first. So that would consist of this first. We'll start with that. So let's do, actually, I think I'm going to use the scorched timber. And I also need to do something around the edges. I should have grabbed, I think I have, because this is not going to quite cover it, but we can ink around the edges first. And I'm thinking I should have grabbed some washi tape or something, but let's see how much we've got exposed after I ink it. I don't want to get ink on this page, so I'm going to put the book page up under there. Alright, so if I put this on here, like that. Oh, I could use, I may just use like a piece of my old faux tape on there. But I want to put some bends in this before I glue it down. It's already kind of dingy in the digital, but I want to kind of add a little bit of vintage photo on here. Alright, so let's glue this down. Oh, first I need to, see, I almost messed up. Almost messed up my own plan. I want to put this down first so that I can glue the flap under it. So I need to back this. Alright, what can I back this with? Let's back it with this. This is like grocery bag paper or packing paper. Let's use this. I think this will be kind of cool if it's big enough. Can I get it on here somewhere? Right there. Okay. So, let's put some glue on here. And smush that out. And my sewing, grungy sewing journal has sold. thank you, lovely lady, for your purchase. And I will be getting them out to you tomorrow. Because, of course, it's Sunday today. So, but I do appreciate it very much. And I appreciate all the comments and everything about it. That one was a fun one. I love to do these little grungy, vintagey journals. They are for sure my favorites. So, all right. And I think I'm just going to, no, I think I will tear it. I started to say I think I'm going to cut it, but I'm going to try to tear it. And hopefully I don't tear my digital here. How is everyone today? It is raining, so it is a perfect day for junk journaling here today. And of course, there's going to be football on TV, so pro football, which I do not watch that much of. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. This is very, very stiff, thick. Not thick, sturdy, I will say, packing paper. And it takes some pretty hefty stuff there to tear it. So, I'm better off just on those little bitty corners, little bitty edges to just hand tear it. I'm trying to get everything on screen here so you can see, although I'm sure you've seen people glue a million things, but I'm just getting my edges where, you know, we always miss with the glue stick. Okay, and then I'll fold my flat back over, which is probably not a good idea because it's probably not dry, but hopefully it won't crease too bad. And I do think I'm going to cut that edge off straight because it's not going to show anyway. And I don't want it to be too bumpy underneath my other piece. Okay. Now let's ink this. But I'll get my inks and daubers mixed up. Again, I'm going to put some wrinkles in there, and it'll wrinkle real good because it's got that packing paper on the back of it. And lightly rub across so that it picks up those wrinkles. I think I'll even put some splatters on here. Just give it a little bit of extra grunge. Okay, so I need to glue this on. I need to glue the flap down. right on the edge, so we'll be sure that it'll flip. Oh, and I didn't think about that's probably too wide now, because it was pretty close anyway. Probably gonna have to trim that down a little bit more. Or at least take some of it off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna have to cut that off. Just leave it at the top and the bottom. Otherwise, it's gonna be too wide for the page. Unedited here. There we go, that'll work. Okay, let's put some more ink on there. All right, so that will flip out like this, and then this will be here. Let's glue that down, and I'm going to use art glitter glue just because it will dry and I can move faster. Okay, so that covers our blank page. And then this is going to be my little tuck. So let's ink that. It's going to go right there. And if, oh, you know what I did? I glued that, and that was going to be a pocket. Darn it. I'll never get that back up because it's art glitter glue. All right, I do want to bend that edge, though. I like that idea. Wasn't glued all the way down, but I'm okay with that. All right, so Phooey. Okay, let me think about that a minute. All right, so where's my little journaling card? I need to back it as well, and I'm just gonna back it with some coffee dyed paper or something. If I can find some here. Or I could use got this piece of the wallpaper. I could use that if I used the light part. Yeah, let's do that. Phooey, phooey. Gotta think of a solution now for my little journaling card that I wanted to stick up. As Barbara with 49 Dragonflies would say, oh no! It's all right. We'll figure something out. Okay, let's bring, whoops, knocking things over. Let's round the edges on that and ink it. Okay. Use vintage photo on this one. Yeah, I think that's plenty light enough to write on. And it gives some little bit of color and a little floral. Okay, so if I have this down here, I want that to tuck in, so I'm gonna glue it down here and here. So one long side. Sorry, I have my pen in my mouth. Then my journaling card will stick there. This will flap shut. Okay, maybe I just... And what I did is I cut two of the tags, and I'm going to put them front to back because I don't really care if you can write on the back of this or not. I don't think it's necessary. I think we have enough stuff going on writing-wise. So I'm going to glue that together so I can grunge that up. Go around the edges. And where I wanted that to show is right here. So, okay, what if I put a pocket right here? Or a little belly band or something. All right, so if I take this same wallpaper. Nope, I don't like that color. Alright. Let's put my scraps out here. This one. Yep, I like that. See, I didn't even have to go far. It was right on the top. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut a piece of this. And I got this in Happy Meal, this scrap. And so I can't tell you who I got it from because I don't remember. But I don't know what kind of paper it is. But it feels like wrapping paper is what it feels like. So I'm thinking that's probably what it is. And then I'm going to double it over so it's a little thicker because, like I said, it is a kind of thinner paper. And then scrape that up. Yeah, that's about as straight. I should have put it on the cutter instead of trying to do it with my scissors because obviously that is not working well. Okay, I think I got it good enough. Alright, so I'm going to glue this together first. And then I'm going to glue it onto here. I think I'll do it all the way to the top. Yep. Alright, so just going to put glue on both ends, short ends. Just like that. And for the tag, I'm going to use this little slot cutter because I don't want it to take away from the printing that's on here. And then I'm going to put it this way because I want that part about the preserves and the jams showing over here. Okay, so we got through the major part. Now, over on this side, all that's going over there is our pictures, and I'm going to do a couple bee stamps on here. So I'm going to Just dress this up a little bit. And on the back of this one, I just put a digital that I had that was real grungy looking. So, you can write on it. So that's going to go on there. And then our little girl. I'm going to bend up the edges on it a little bit. I did back this with black cardstock, and I cut it with the decal trimmer so that it has kind of a rough, you know, vintagey kind of edge on it. Okay, I'm going to put her on there. And then I have a rusty paper clip. To put on here to hold them. And this page needs inking. The bigger pages I went through and inked them all. But the ones that are shorter, of course, didn't get as much ink on them. Alright, now let's take, I just want to put a B on this paper. I'm going to stamp that with potting soil. I think I can get it on here. There we go. Alright, so I got my tag. Take this out so we can see what we're looking at. Let's put another B. Right there. Alright, so now what we have is the back side of this. I may have to scoot that over a little bit. Doesn't bang together, and I may have to figure out a way to keep that closed, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now because you know, once I close the book and let it set for a while, it may be fine. And I may not have to add anything else to it. So we'll make that call when we get that far down the road. Just love this old barn. Is it not cool? Alright, and I left my strings long in the signature, so everything would be more grungy. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing on this white page, except it's going to be a whole lot simpler. I'm not doing all the flippies and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to ink around the outer edges. Because my digital is not quite as big as the pages. And then we're going to ink around this. Make it nice and grungy. Okay. I'm going to try my best to get it on the edges, but I know I won't because I never do. Okay. Whoops. We don't want to do upside down, do we? Okay, so that's going to go there. And then this envelope, which I have not glued together yet because I need to do something to the inside. That needs to be trimmed off. And I need to make a journal card to go in there. But it's going to go on this page. And I'm going to clip it from the side right here. And I think what I'm going to do is make a no, I'm not. I'm going to use just a mini paper clip. I started to say I'm going to make some kind of dangle, but I don't think I am there. I may change my mind down the road, but as of right now, I'm not going to. So this will clip onto here. Yeah, I don't want to do any kind of flip or whatever, because I have some vintage ephemera that I'm going to be adding to this journal as well. And I don't want to, I want to have clips in here so that I can put that ephemera in without damaging the original ephemera, if that makes sense. So I have a whole stack here. And I was thinking that I have a, see, I have this, which is from a fruit company. I don't like that color. And I think I also have a bakery receipt in here. Yeah, see, sunbeam bread. color-wise, I think that looks really good. So it could go in here or on the other side. And I could clip it without it being damaged. So there we go. That's it. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome, first of all. And I know that those of you that have been following me for a while already know this. When I plan a layout, I look all the way through. I'm not just looking at the 2 pages that are open, but I'm looking at what can you see when these 2 pages are open. Because when I look from here to here, I want that to all look good. I know that's crazy, but that's the way I journal. For example, if I do anything here, it's going to coordinate with what you could see when this is open. And so, same with, you know, when I did, I'm still going to have to trim this a little bit more. It's still too close. Same as when I did this one. You know, I want everything I see from here to here, I want to look good together. So that's just me. And, you know, the way that I do journals, but I want it to be pleasing to the eye, you know, all the way across the board when it's open. In other words, if I had, you know, all these neutral colors right here, and I put, for example, that red receipt, that would look weird to me. Or if I put something back here that's a total clashy color, then that would look, you know, I wouldn't like that at all. So, that's, like I said, just kind of how I journal. So there we go. There's today's layout. I hope you guys enjoyed that, even though I about messed it up. But I think that's okay. I think this is good. And what I might do, just to kind of help it coordinate together, I could take that same, this, and put another little piece of it down here. What did I do with it? Like down here, you know, to help that blend in better. Kind of like that idea. But we'll see. I'll look at it for a few minutes and see what I think. And if I need to, then I will put that. But the thing you're going to have then is when I flip over here, I have to make sure that whatever I do over here is going to work with doing that. So I won't make that determination right now, but that's a possibility. So thanks, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I will see you guys back on Tuesday for Color Combo 2024. Until then, everybody, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye.